What's up? I'm here. Who else here? I'm here by myself again. Hey, what's up? Donny Baker here with the LPR Sound Foundation. Also ES it's ES Audio Services. The studio we're in today is called the B-Side Studio. The B-Side because it's the second one of this studio, and it's the flip of it, and also that it's in Burbank, and also I guess we don't need that logo, do we? No, we don't need that logo on there. It says that we're live, but anyway, it says that we're podcasting, but we're not podcasting. We're actually live. I don't have a live logo in there, man. That's crazy. I'll have to find one. I think I could do it while we talk. So anyway, hey Joe. Joe is here. I gotta remember where I put the buttons. Where'd I put the buttons? Oh, add comment. There you go. I put the button right there. Let me go dig around on the system here while we're waiting for people to show up. Hey, if anybody's up, I can tell how many people are here today, so that's always fun, right? Let's see, live logo. Wow. It might be in here. I don't see it as of yet, but you never know. One never knows. Let's see. What else, Joe? Anything else going on today that people need to know about, or I need to know about, or you need to know about? Huh? Oh, I see what happened. It's that's the one. So I could drop that punk up in here, and then I could bring it over here and make it. I should do this without you guys watching it, but that's fine. That's fine. There you go. Let's just drop that over here, and we'll make it some kind of opacity to it. It don't need to be so bright. There you go. Now we are live. See how that works? Y'all got to see me do this stuff live, man. It's funny because there's a button here that allows me to do it. There's a button here that would allow me to do that without you guys seeing it. I can actually make it. Let's see if I can make it bigger or smaller. I guess I can't now. So, I turned it off. That's why. So yeah, there's actually a button there that I can press, and you guys don't see me do that. But since you saw me do that, it's kind of funny. Yes. Joanne asked if I forget. I got to make that button a different color because it looks like all the other ones. Joanne's asking if, Joe's asking if I'm on Twitch. Yes, I am on Twitch. Hello, Twitch. Anybody from Twitch up in here with us? I put the counter back, Joe, so I could see how many people are here. So, yeah, right now it's just you. It's me and you. So we could discuss dinner plans if you like, or we could discuss, I don't know, what we had for lunch. We could discuss how the day went when we took the drive to the place, and we took a drive today, so there was that. What else? We could do all kind of stuff, man, if you want. Oh, I did do some stuff. I did add some stuff. Let me see. Oh, here he is. What's up, man? The Brenton Powers podcast, Dwell on the Truth. How are you, my friend? Glad you made it. We try to do this every Sunday, man. We're going to try to build this up, and, I think in the last month I've only missed one Sunday because I forgot, or I know what it was I forgot to send the email out, so nobody showed up because nobody knew about it. But we're going to try to do this every week. On Sunday at 7. So, yeah, now there's 2. I see now there's 2. I did add a thing. I can do, I added a thing. Maybe it's too early for that. I think if I just post the comment, I'm going to do this. We got a mix challenge coming up. Not this Monday, but next Monday, I think. Let me check my calendar here. I'm on the other system today. And for me, it's easy. This system's kind of easier. Yeah, so it's not this Monday coming. It's not tomorrow. It's the following Monday, the 22nd. So let me put this. Let me press this button and see if it works for me. It's supposed to add something to the broadcast. There it is. And did it not go to Twitch? Are we not on Twitch? We should be on Twitch. I see that it only went to one broadcast, but maybe it just shows on one. Anyway, that's the link. It's clickable. You can go in there and check out what the minimal mix challenge is. It's going to be cool. The video tomorrow is a little bit of that. The video tomorrow is more of a it's an excerpt from a masterclass I did with the membership. He says, "Great, running us down with a new mixer this week, Yamaha TF1. Do you ever mix and record concerts or conferences? It's my side gig." Yeah, bro. I just turned one down yesterday because I didn't want to do it. It's like 100 miles drive there and 100 miles drive back, and I said no. The money was kind of okay, but I don't want to do it, so I just said no. So, I mean, the money was pretty good, but I'm just like, nah, I don't feel like doing it anymore, man. I just don't want to do that no more. I spent the first, let's say, 15 years of my career was all that, man. It was just live stuff. Now, bro, what I do, I have a system. Oh, you can kind of see it right here. That system right there with the lights on. That is a mobile rig that can go out and record. In that rack, I've got an Apollo 8P. I've got a Neve 1073 with an EQ, and the bottom there is the TubeTech CL1B. We can go. Let's say somebody comes to town for, let's say, the Grammy week, right? Somebody comes to town. We're in Los Angeles, so somebody comes to Los Angeles for Grammy week, and they're staying at a really nice Airbnb, and they want to collab with a friend, and they want to do a song, but they don't have a studio. You know what I mean? So we can come out with the good mics. We got a little the Chaotica eyeball, and we got some other sound treatment that we could bring with us, and we go to the house, go to the rehearsal place. And I've got the 8P's got 8-at in, and I've got another 8-at bridge, so I could actually do 16 in if I need to, mobily, yeah, mobily, and we drive it with a laptop. It's pretty cool, bro. It's awesome. Another thing we have access to is we were doing this for a minute and doing video as well as audio. This camera actually that I'm on today it's a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K with a really nice lens. That's a Canon 24x78. I think 24-78. I don't know. With a nice lens. But we have two of these. We have two Panasonics, the GH5s with a cool lens package. So we were going to go do, we were able to do video. We have the ATEM switchers that broadcast live, or we can record it, come back and edit it. Yeah, we've done a few of those, man. They're fun. Well, the one that we did was, it was a celebration of life. So it wasn't that fun, but it was cool. It came out really good. We did a bunch of audio work for that. We not only provided the PA system for people to tell their stories about the guy, but we also recorded. We had a portable recording rig that we walked around with a mic and asked people, "Hey, did you you got a story you want to share about the guy?" And we compiled that and made it. We actually produced it to sound like an old timey radio show because that guy was they were kind of into that thing. So it was fun. That was a cool gig, man, and paid well, So, but I didn't have to drive 100 miles there and 100 miles back, so there was that. But yeah, man, I agree. That's a great side gig, bro. What do you think of the digital mixer though? That the TF1's a digital mixer, right? I'm not that familiar with it. Go look it up. We'll go look it up while we're talking. Yamaha TF1. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've seen this one. We used used to work at this church, bro, and they had a God, what was it? I think it was a Tascam digital mixer. It was horrible, bro. It would like shut down it would like overheat and it would shut down. It's terrible. So yeah. God, I keep wanting to press that other button. He said, yeah, I do AV support my podcast. Yeah. Thanks for sharing your stories. Thanks for sharing your story. I drove the 100 miles. Yeah, it's digital. Yeah, I see it now. But yeah, we used to use this Tascam at this church, and it would overheat, and we'd have to completely turn everything off and turn it back on to get it to reboot. It was like a 7-minute process to turn everything off and turn everything back on. And the pastor's just sitting there going, "What's going on, bro?" You know, of course, it's always my fault because it's always my fault. But yeah, that's I'm kind of scared of digital mixers for that. I don't mind them. I mean, I wouldn't mind one in the studio, but that's not a digital. That's an analog. So that is an Allen & Heath GS3000. 32 mic pre's. You can get 78 on the mix, which is awesome. If you're mixing live or mixing on the console, it's pretty cool. But so anybody have any questions? I ran into a thing this week with a guy that I actually sold him a patch bay, and then he asked me, "Hey, how do you make labels for how do I label this?" So I sent him my template from that patch bay that I had. And he, for some reason, man, he couldn't figure out my template. So I was going to get with him this week. This week we're going to get together on a Zoom call, and I'm basically going to ask him, "Hey, what do you want to plug into this patch bay?" And I'm going to fill out the label thing for it. I've got a template, and it's in Sheets, Google Sheets. It's really simple. It's really archaic, I guess, but it's really simple. It's really easy to do. And then all you do is print it on some nice cardstock. The hard part is cutting it out to make it fit in that little thing on the patch bay. But hey, that's cool. In this system over here, right there, I went with the 1/4-inch patch bays because there's a company called Trace Audio. Almost forgot the name of that company. They're based in Nashville, and they print labels for these 1/4-inch patch bays, man. They're vinyl, and they just stick on top. It's awesome. Because you can label it, change the colors, do whatever you need, man. It's pretty cool. So yeah, all those are Trace Audio labels. They're not that expensive. I think they're like $25 each. So not that bad. Not for the quality. I was excited about the quality because it's cool, and I don't have to try to Sharpie stuff down. Kind of hate that, but whatever. Don't be scared, digital. Allen Heath. QU and SQ series mixers are great. They don't overheat. Yeah, this was you don't use patch bays? Oh, just plug and play. Yeah, once you get a lot of stuff, I think you got to look at going to a patch bay. But I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of ins and outs that I'll probably never use because when I'm mixing in this room, this is my mix room. When I mix in here, I don't necessarily record in here, but when I mix, I go to some of the outboard gear, but mostly I'm in the box. I use channel 1 and 2 on the console, and that's pretty much it. Although, the last record I did mix on that console, and I stemmed everything. So I had the drums on 2, the basses on 2, the guitars on 2, so on, so on, so on. And that's kind of what the mix challenge is about, setting up in whatever DAW you use, whether it's Pro Tools or Logic or whatever. They're all about the same. But setting it up in that same fashion, where you're sending everything through a bus that you can put inserts and sends on the bus rather than mixing individual tracks. Now that's what my YouTube video tomorrow is about, the difference between top-down mixing and bottom-up mixing. And I did a little search, bro, and I couldn't really find anybody that would. There were a couple of people that talked about doing top-down mixing and bottom-up mixing, but nobody really explained what it was, and nobody really broke it down, said, okay, this is what top-down mixing involves, and this is what bottom-up mixing involves, and which one should you use? There wasn't anybody that did that, so I did it because I thought it was necessary, I myself, personally, am a top-down mix, usually. I very rarely start at the bottom and work my way up. It's just, I think that comes from mixing live. I think that's where it comes from, because mixing live, I would just, I do a line check, make sure all the lines are coming in, then get the band to play, at a sound check and mix and be ready for when the show starts. So I think that's where it came from. You know, because when you're you're like the second band coming on in a group of six. There's six bands playing, and you're the third one. You don't have a whole lot of time to go in and go, okay, give me some kick drum. No, you don't have that. You know, you just kind of mix along the way, and hopefully nobody notices if you make a mistake. But yeah, live was fun, man. I do enjoy mixing live, but I didn't want to do that one. I haven't done one in a minute because we've been in the studio for 20. This is our 21st year in the studio, and I didn't really feel like doing it live, even though might have been some good food. It's a birthday party for a Hispanic girl. They have a thing called spider, the quinceanera. You know, when a girl turns 16, it's like a big thing, and a lot of people. So it'll be fun. And the band was going to be a mariachi band. So those are fun to mix. If you've never mixed a mariachi, yeah, buddy. So, how's everybody doing? Joe, you still with me? Or did you take a little vacation outside? Joe said she was going to join me, but that she wanted to go outside before it got dark. It's starting to get dark earlier. So, we're kind of missing that evening outdoors thing. So, we've been going for walks kind of, every day. It's been fun because it's been nice and cool. But, this week's supposed to be hot again. Summer's not really over until November here. I don't know about where you're at, but, yeah, summer's brutal here. Not too bad. I don't know if you could tell, or Joe, let me know if you could tell. I got the air conditioner on in this room, and it's kind of loud. I leave it on when I mix because I'm usually either listening on headphones or, I just kind of tune it out. But that's what that is. Oh, did I do? Yeah, I did do the thing. Never mind. I thought I had not done the thing. Oh, I don't know if you guys have done this, but I have a free course. Let's see. Joe says check out esaudio.com for more cool pics and news from the studio. Oh, good. Joe says she cannot hear the air conditioner. That's a good thing. My audio on this system is the Rodecaster Pro 2, and the mic is the pod mic from Rode, and the Rodecaster's got a great gate system on it, so it kind of keeps it. I don't know. I've got it set pretty nice. What was I gonna say? Oh, I've got a basic audio engineering course, which it's been there for a while. There's a bunch of cool stuff in there, and it's free. Let me throw that in there. Let me see. I made this new button today. Let me see if it works. It should show it on the screen. There you go. Oh, I got the thing a little wide, but that's fine. And then it should throw it into the chat as well. You can just click on that, man. Go. If you've not done it, it is awesome, and it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Oh, good. Oh, it sounds like I have a gate on my mic. It's because I do. Sorry. I think I can turn it up a little bit, and I can turn off the air conditioner. There you go. I'll turn off the AC. That's better. Now it feels better for me because it's got AC's got like a rumble on. It's one of those portable ACs because we don't have we have central AC. It's horrible. It doesn't work well. So, but hopefully that sounds a little better now with the voice. And I threw the basic signal flow course in the chat. I don't know if you've done it or not. If you've done it, cool. If not, it's awesome. It's a lot of fun. It talks about patch bays. It explains patch bays, the different configurations on a patch bay. It explains signal flow, analog, also and digital, whether it's in Pro Tools or Logic or what have you. Signal going in and coming out. That's all it is. And then it explains different types of mixing things that we do. Like there's analog mix, in the box mix, and hybrid mix, and it does all that. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty short. Probably take you an afternoon to get through the videos, but I don't know. And it's free. I mean, that's the big thing. It's free. What was I gonna do? I have some notes that I have to do later after we eat today, so I've got to create an email about tomorrow's video because I forgot to do that. And so I always forget to do stuff, man, because it's just too much fun doing that stuff. You know, I forget to do the businessy stuff. Good thing I've got Joe here, man. She does the social media things. I'm terrible with it, man. She's like, she'll tell me, bro, you haven't posted on X in quite a while. I was like, yeah, I know, I don't like it. I don't want to do that. So yeah, I'm not a social media person. I'm the guy that, you know, I get home from the studio and I put my phone away. I don't care. I don't need it. I'm not on my phone all the damn time. So if somebody calls me, they can leave a message. If it's really important, come over. You know what I mean? Send that carrier pigeon. Whatever. Terrible with it. Yeah, I got a brother, man. He's a redneck. This dude, he lives in South Mississippi. And this dude don't even have a computer. I mean, it's like, bro, why you don't have a computer? He said, I don't need one, man. I'm good. He just got a phone. A smartphone, like last year, 2 years ago. And I mean, I was like, bro, let me shoot you an email. He's like, nah, I don't have email, bro. If you need something, call me. You know where I'm at. Yeah, that's all he does is fish and hunt, drive his truck. Ooh, you redneck. But that's fun. Yeah, I come from a really small town in South Louisiana, which is right on the border of Mississippi. And my brother moved to the other side, the Mississippi side. So, but yeah, that's fun. I don't know if anybody ever heard of Lafitte, Louisiana, but that's me. Not Lafayette. That's a big city. I'm talking about Lafitte. Lafite. So that's fun. I think when I left when I left there in the 80s, man, the population was like 400, 600, something like that. Anyway, my wife and I were having this discussion the other day. She was trying to tell me that where she comes from was a small town. I was like, nah, that ain't a small town, bro. Sorry. Yeah, it is a small town, but not like yeah, I don't know, Joe. I don't know what happened to the Joe says we're not on Twitch, but I don't know what happened to the Twitch feed. It might be because when I set this up, I think I know what it is, man. When I set this up, I was on that system, and then I just jumped on this one and logged in. Maybe my Twitch feed wasn't set up properly on the thing, and I didn't check it because I don't really. It's not one of those things that I really care about. I think I can look at something here. Let me see if I can look at something and see if I can see something. Stream, destinations. Yeah, it's there, but it's there. It says it's in good shape, but it just didn't connect. Maybe that's what I'm gonna blame it on. Is that I set the thing up on the other system and then I moved to this system. So that's what happened. At least we're on YouTube. At least we got that. You got 3 whole people looking at us, unless 2 of them are you. Yeah, I guess 2 of them were Joe. So there you go. Hey, what else? What else was I gonna say? Oh, the record that I worked on pretty much this whole year. It's supposed to get released. It was supposed to be released this month, but there were some something happened last week, which is probably gonna push that back. So I don't want to say, yeah, it's coming out this month, so I'm not really sure. I haven't heard, and the thing that I don't want to reach out to the guy because you know, it's personal for him, and I don't want to reach out and bother him. So I'm just gonna wait till he tells me, hey, it's coming out. So okay, I'll just wait. But it may not be this month. It might be next month. So we'll see. He did reach out and ask for my my credits, how I wanted my credits on the liner notes. Oh, and Joe says we're competing with the Emmys, right? Oh, that's why nobody's watching me. Everybody's watching the Emmys. They're not. Whatever. I'm not. I'm here. Okay. So Joe, is just me and you. And I would say I'm gonna give it 5 more minutes, and then we'll call it because we're not, I think we're missing some stuff because we're not on the Twitch. And at the same time, I'm feeling that I might be kind of boring today because everybody's leaving. That could be it. I didn't really have anything to talk about. I just wanted to maybe share some stories and get y'all to ask me some questions and stuff, you know. So, I don't know, Joe. What do you think? Should we call it? Call it a day. This will be on YouTube. It'll be as a replay. So let me throw this in there because I think everybody forgot about this. This should be fun to look at. We're going to go here. Audio Business Growth Guide, man. Go to learnprorecording.com/studio growth formula. Get that. It's not in the chat where it's supposed to be, but go to learnprorecording.com/studio growth formula. Joe, did you see how cool that production was? Where things moved out of the way and then moved back? I didn't do anything. I just sat here. Everyone's commenting on. Oh, okay. Oh, you're talking about at the Emmys. I got you. Yeah. Yeah. Look, I'm not. I'll share a thought, bro, but I'm not gonna be political about anything at all. This isn't what this is about. I'm not really. Yeah, I admired Charlie Kirk. I have to be honest. I did enjoy watching some of his debates. He's a very smart person. He's very intellectual. His faith is, unbelievable, and I appreciate that. I can appreciate that, and it was a sad thing, man. That happens, and everybody's got their own opinions. You know what I mean? But I'll leave it at that. But so that's the guy that I did the record with. He's really Charlie Kirk's like one of his best friends. So that hit him hard, and I didn't want to bother him and talk about the record when that's going on. So because not only that, man, not only did he lose a friend, but he now he's got to put up with all this noise everywhere. So there's that, and now it's probably all over like you said, man. It's probably all over the Emmys. So I'm not looking forward to watching that, but I guess I'll have to. What did Joanne say? Joe said, no. She said, I guess that's no to ending early. Okay. All right, I won't. So, or no to you're not going to make me watch the Emmys. Are you going to make me watch the Emmys? No? Okay, cool. Nah. I don't mind, man. Joe's an actor, and that's her thing, bro. And I support, 100% support. And if she wants to watch the Emmys, I'll watch the Emmys. I'll sit there like a good person and not say anything about anything because that's how we keep things happy. I don't know if you guys have noticed, bro. Joe and I are married. That's my chick. That's my wife. So yeah. Hey, no problem, man. That's kind of what I like to do, bro. Just finish it up and finish up the week, get ready for the new week, try to motivate, if you will. I don't know, answer questions. I'm just trying to, I come on here, man, and I don't really have a plan, bro. I just kind of do stuff, talk about crap, whatever. But I don't talk about current events. I don't really care. I try to stay off social media as much as possible. I don't partake in dealing with that crap. So I just don't. I've got other things to do. I got stuff I'm working on. I got the challenge coming up next, not this week, but next week. That's taking a lot of time. There's a lot of planning. This is the first one I'm doing. So it's the first challenge that I'm doing, so I haven't really built it yet. I'm kind of building it along the way. I'm like, okay, on this day we're going to talk about this thing, and on this day I want to hand you this publication. I want you to have this when we talk about this thing, And it is going to be a challenge, bro. It's going to be I'm going to expect you to show up, and the mixed challenge is on y'all don't even know what I'm talking about. Joe's saying, when is the mixed challenge? It's on September. It starts September 22nd through the 26th. It's 5 days. It's actually going to be 6. Don't let me lie to you. It's going to be the whole week. and we're gonna get together. There's two versions. There's a VIP version, and there's the regular general admission ticket. General admission is 10 a.m. Pacific time. VIP, we're gonna have a whole nother hour where we can have Q&A and talk about stuff and coach along the way. We're gonna start that at 9 a.m. Every day, Monday through Friday, Saturday actually, and then so it's gonna be awesome. It's not free. It's affordable. It's not free, but because I want committed students. I want committed coaching clients to be there. I don't want somebody just to sign up and go, it's free. I don't really care. But I want you to care, because what I'm giving is gold. I mean, I've spent my entire career learning this stuff and building this stuff. I've built a business that we've had for going on 22 years. I think in February it'll be 22 years. So and I've got knowledge and experience that I want to share with you. And so that's what the challenge is about. But the challenge is about, it's called the Minimal Mix Challenge. I'll throw it in the chat one more time. There it is, the minimalmixchallenge.com. Go there, check it out, see what it's about. If you like, buy a ticket if you like. Not trying to force anybody to buy anything. It's not what I'm about. But it's going to be about learning to, not necessarily how to use an equalizer. That's not what it's about. It's about how to stop using 15 of them on a kick drum. That's what it's about. We're going to mix minimal. We're going to mix with fewer plugins. Less is more. And honestly, less is more. I mean, think about it. Think about one of your favorite records from the 70s. Let's say Led Zeppelin 2. One of my favorite records, just the way it was produced, the way it was mixed. I mean, in understanding, at the time, I'm a kid, man. I'm like smoking weed and enjoying some rock. You know what I mean? I'm sitting around in the basement and getting high and listening to some music. You know what I mean? But now that I understand little things like understanding how they pan the toms, who thinks about that stuff when you're a kid in your mom's basement and you're just sitting there high? You know what I mean? With your friends. You're not thinking about how, dude, you hear how they pan those kick drums? You hear how they pan those toms and you hear how they mic the kick drum? No, you don't think about this stuff. But back in the day, man, they didn't have all the tools that we have. I don't know if you guys have this problem. I don't know if you have this issue. I haven't loaded up Logic on this system in a minute. But when I said I need to go check something in Logic, so I opened up Logic and it had to scan all my plugins before it would open. Dude, that process took 15 minutes. There was 2,378 plugins it had to scan. Why on earth does somebody need that many plugins? I don't know. I have an answer for it, but I'll save it for when we do the challenge. But that's the reason. It's like, bro, why? I mean, today's mixers have access to every tool you can ever imagine. I mean, in the 70s, bro, I mean, we were lucky to have a microphone. I still have my very first microphone that I bought in 1976. It's an SM58, and I think I paid $125 for it. Brand new. But I still have it, and I still use it. Maybe I'll bring it's actually at the other studio. Maybe I'll bring it over and have it available for the challenge so I can show you my 1976 SM58. It's pretty funny. It's a little beat up, kind of smells like beer, but bro, it works and it works great. I use it on every drum session that we do because it's just got this vibe about it. It's got this vibey thing about drums. And running it through a hardware preamp and a hardware compressor and cranking it. It just works, bro. So, yeah, come to the Mix Challenge, man. I think it's going to be awesome. Again, man, I'm not trying to sell you anything, but I think it is going to be a benefit for me to share this with you, and it's definitely going to be, you're definitely going to benefit from getting the ideas that I want to share with you. I mean, I've got the whole thing lined out all 5 days. Day 6 is just going to be like a bonus where I give you something extra that you might want. We'll figure that out along the way. But it's going to be cool, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for it. Even if I don't sell any, I'm going to force Joe to come over and listen to it every day. So there'll be that. And then there'll be replays. If you buy the general admission ticket, you get the replay for the entire day, 24 hours till we do the next one. But if you get a VIP ticket, you get the replays all week. So you have the replays for the entire week, all week. So there you go. So, all right. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Because I've just been sitting here talking and rambling and giving you stories about old-ass microphones and stuff, you know? So anyway. Oh, my point with the Led Zeppelin story was that these guys didn't have a bunch of equipment, you know? So they were minimal mixing. They only had, like, you know, starting out, bro, we only had one compressor. You know, so we weren't even printing things. It was like we were all on tape. You guys remember tape? 2-inch tape. You know what I mean? We had 24 tracks of 2-inch tape. And that's all you had. You had 24 tracks, 2-inch tape. So there was no like cutting and pasting and moving things and adjusting things and going in and tuning vocals. No, bro, these guys knew how to sing. You know, so we didn't need auto-tune. We didn't need this stuff. It was minimal. And it sounds awesome. And once you dive into something like that, dive into your favorite record and listen to how the drums are panned. Really pay attention to how the drums are panned. Did they pan it as though they are the drummer? Or did they pan it as though they are the audience looking at the drummer? These are the questions, man. And once you get into this world, that's what it is, man. It's just about that, you know? Understanding where things are in the balanced mix, whether it's EQ, whether it's volume, or whether it's panning. The balance of it compared to everything else. So if you just dive into a mix, if you're doing a bottom-up mix and you just dive in and go, okay, let me solo my kick drum. Where's that kick drum sitting with everything else? I mean, that's the balance of things, you know what I mean? So that's my point of minimal mixing, is diving in and doing it the way we did it back in the day, man. If anybody else is still here, let me know what was the first record you worked on that we might know about? Was it an artist that we might know? What was the first record that you worked on that we might know who it was? You know, what was your first encounter with an artist that we might know? And don't say, you know, Bob's Barbecue Blues Band, because I don't know. Somebody might know him, but I don't, you know. You know, if you're in Ohio and you go, oh yeah, I worked with the band down at the VFW, you know, and they play every other Saturday night. So no, but I'm glad you have that. But what was the first record that you worked on that we might know about? Mine was the first record I worked on. I mean, I didn't really work on the record, but the guys in the band were. Come check. I guess we do have a Twitch channel. Joe put it in the chat there for you if you want to go check it out. I made a mistake when I moved from that system to this system. I forgot to check the Twitch, make sure it was connected. Sorry, Twitch. We'll try to get you next time. We'll definitely get you next time. I like this system better because I've got access I can see the chat. I can see you. I can see my screen. My screen over here if I need to do something. I got a coffee holder I got a coffee cup holder right here. Got some water. Everything's right here. The other system, I have to kind of look here, and then I have to kind of look at the monitor because I've only got one monitor here. It's a little bit weird. It's cool for coaching. If I got to show you something in Pro Tools, because I've got Pro Tools right underneath the camera, you know. So I'm looking at Pro Tools, but it looks like I'm looking at you. That's funny. But yeah, Joe said something else with the face future wide eyes. She runs these she throws these emojis in there, and they don't show up on YouTube like they do on Twitch. They show up on Twitch. YouTube just has some kind of weird thing that they don't like those. They don't like those. Whatever. Anyway, so my first record. Again, it wasn't really a record that I worked on, but I knew the guys and we hung out. We kind of almost went to high school together, that kind of vibe. That's another story for another day. High school was another story for another day. But it's actually in my bio, bro. If you want to go look at my bio on the website, go click, esaudio.com. Joanne could throw it in the chat. esaudio.com. Check out my bio. I think it's on the About Us. Go check it out. But no, the first band was I don't know if you guys remember Zebra. What was the record? Who's Behind the Door? That was the record. I didn't really work on the record. I was just a friend of the band, and we hung out. You know, those were the guys in the basement with me. So there you go. Put those two stories together, you know where I'm at. Okay. So, but the first record I worked on, I think the first record I worked on in a studio might have been, man, what was that guy's name? Danny Wilde. Danny Wilde. His hit was The Boyfriend, I think. I'm gonna look it up while we're thinking about it. Let's see. Danny Wilde. I think it was called The Boyfriend. Yeah. Ooh, 1986, bro. Ooh. Yeah, I'm that old, people. 1986 was kind of my first record that I was involved with. I was a drum tech for the drummer for Danny Wilde. Danny Wilde wrote, he turned into what we know as the Rembrandts that wrote a little, I think he wrote a little song for a TV show called Friends or something. Yeah, he wrote the theme song for Friends. And unfortunately, the drummer got fired before that, so I basically lost my job as well. I worked for the drummer. So I kind of lost my gig because I worked for the drummer. But the drummer and I went on to work for, we worked for Chick Corea Electric Band for 5 or 6 years. I toured with Chick Corea Electric Band for 5 or 6 years. And then Mr. Big, we worked for Mr. Big for a while with that drummer. And that was pretty cool. Mr. Big's still around, I think. So, yeah, it was a good gig. You know, but the drummer, yeah, he's a weird feller. But good guy. You know, he used to text me every year on my birthday for some reason. I don't know. Like, I haven't talked to the guy in 20 years. He's like, oh, happy birthday, bro. So he's one of those guys, you know. But yeah, that was my first event in a studio was with Danny Wilde. That was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. I forget the studio. It might have been the Village in Santa Monica. I think it was the Village in Santa Monica. Maybe. I forget. I have to look that up. See where that was recorded. Could have been I don't know. Could have been the record plant. Might have been. It could have been the record plant. I've been to the record plant many times. The last time I was there was with Sergio Mendes. R.I.P. Bro. So, Sergio was a great dude. Sergio was a good guy to work with. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, any other war stories y'all want to talk about? No? I got them all day, people. I was going to do a thing. I don't know if I have it. Let me check. Let me see if I have that here. That was going to be fun. Oh, I know I have it on the Canva. I don't want to go dig on Canva. Let me see if I just have it on the system. I was going to do a thing, and I was going to do a YouTube channel, and I was going to call it Tour Stories. Stories about when we toured, you know? But then I thought about it, and some of these things were just like, man, you can't tell people about that, bro. Yeah, you can't tell that story because you get people in trouble. Do I have it? Ooh, I do. Let me see if I can share this with you. It was gonna be fun. Let me see if I can share this. No, hang on. Oh, let me not do that. Let me come back over here to me. Let me open it up with I have it just on the thing. Let me open it up. And y'all have to see me do something different again here. You're gonna have to watch me work. So I'm gonna open it up on the screen share, and then I'm gonna change the screen share to be something else. We'll make it be preview. There you go. There you go. That's what we were gonna do, man. We were gonna do I was gonna do tour stories. Funny stuff happens on the road. Yeah, I don't know if that'd be I don't know how funny that would be. But I don't know if you see where I stole the meme from or the thumbnail. Did anybody else recognize it, or was it just me? Yeah, was it just me? Okay, stop. But yeah, I mean, that might still be a fun thing to do. Maybe you know, maybe we'll make that some shorts or something, you know. And I don't have to do names. I have to figure out how to do it without saying the names, you know. But yeah, there was some funny stuff. Joe thinks it's a good idea. Maybe I ought to do it. Hey, if Joe thinks it's a good idea, I'm going. I'm doing it. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna get it done. I think it'll just be fun. You know, one of the stories involves Joe. I could do that. Right, Joe? We could do that. We could say that. I could tell that story. That's an awesome story. Shit, I'll tell you that one right now. Y'all ready? Is that okay, Joe? Is that okay with you? That I tell that story? Dude, if Joe tells the story, it takes 22 minutes. I tell it as like 13 seconds. Oh, Joe said no. Never mind. We ain't going in there today. I've been denied the storytelling. You've been denied the story receiving. I've been denied the story telling. Yeah, we'll figure out how to work that in. I think that'll be great. I think it'll be funny. There's so many, bro. There's so many cool things. I don't know if you guys remember. Oh, Joe, what was that? God, I can't remember the name. I'm trying to remember the name of the guys. Y'all know who I'm talking about. You know, come on, the guy. Stop. What was it? Oh God. See, now I started talking and I forget. Never mind. I'll have to do. I'm gonna make that a story though. I'm gonna make that a story. I'll make that one of the stories. That'll be funny. Anyway. God, now I'm not gonna be able to sleep till I remember the name of this thing. I'm gonna go Google this stuff. That's what I'm gonna do. Well, how would I ask Google this? I could say, let me do this. Recordings of I'm looking it up. Gotta learn how to spell. No. I don't want Reddit, dude. I don't care about Reddit. It brought me to Reddit. I'm not a Reddit fan at all. Not for Reddit. Not for Reddit. Anything but Reddit. What are they called? Okay, now I'm kind of lost. Oh, the Jerky Boys, bro. There they are right there. I don't know if you guys remember the Jerky Boys, but I was part of the beginning of that. It's like all these roadies on the road would share these cassette tapes. You guys remember cassette tapes? No, we'd get these cassette tapes, and these dudes were like calling people and making fun, you know, doing funny stories and stuff. And then they would go, "Oh, dude, you got to hear this. It's really funny. Here, listen to this tape." And then I would make, you know, that guy'd make a copy of it, and give it to another guy. Go, "Bro, you got to listen to this story. It's really funny. You got to listen to this tape. It's really funny." And this happened. This is how these guys spread. This was before social media. This was like dudes giving other dudes cassette tapes to listen to. It was horrible, but it blew these guys up into. They actually had a movie. It was really bad. It was really a bad movie, but it was, you know, because it was all their prank calls. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was fun. Anyway, enough of that. Go check out the Jerky Boys on YouTube. I'm sure they're all over the place. But that started on tour. That's a tour story. That's actually how they started, how they got going. You know, was dudes sharing cassette tapes, man. So It's like when somebody makes you a mixtape, I gotta listen to it. Okay, cool, whatever. But then you share it with your friends because it's a cool mixtape. Right, Joe? Frank Rizzo's calling. Okay. Yep. We finally got an emoji that worked on YouTube. How come it doesn't like the hand waving? That's weird. It's weird that one of them works and one of them doesn't. So it's kind of funny. Anywho, couple more minutes. We'll get up out of here. Got to go eat. Got to go get some food. It's Sunday night, so I guess it's Emmy night. So I guess we got to go watch the Emmys. And so we'll see. What else? Tour stories. We're gonna have to make that a thing because there's so many. There's a lot. There's some fun stuff. Some of it's illegal. Some of it's like, how'd you live through that, bro? But how about the time? How about the time I got arrested in Canada? See? Perking up the old interest on this one. That's a cool story. I'll share with you. I'll give you that one. That was funny. Until I had to go back to Canada, and then it wasn't funny because now I'm a criminal in Canada, apparently. Apparently, I have a record in Canada. So, yeah, I'm going to save that. I'm going to save that story. I'm going to make y'all come back to hear that story. That's what I'm going to do. All right. Hey, let's get out of here. Happy Sunday. Look for the video tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. It's all about top down, bottom up mixing. So it's a lot of fun. Go get one more time on the mix challenge. Go check out the mix challenge, man. It's I put it in the chat. Go check it out. If you guys are watching the replay on YouTube, make sure you turn on the chat so you can see the chat. And click. You know, it's minimalmixchallenge.com. I'll say the words minimalmixchallenge.com. Go take a look. See what it's about. Might be for you. Might be some. I don't care who you are. It'll definitely help you out in your mixing. It will definitely help you out in your mixing. It'll help you mix faster, better, cleaner, and minimal. Less is more. So you mix faster. You get more mixes done. I mean, how long do you spend on a mix? 2 weeks? Bro, mix a song in 4 hours, man. Get it in and out. You know what I'm saying? I mixed a thing the other day. It wasn't really that bad. But literally took me, I felt bad about sending the invoice. Because it literally took me 4 minutes to do the thing. And I'm like, okay. But the lady insisted on paying. Just send me your regular invoice. Okay. All right. I only charge it for 1 hour. We generally have a 2 hour minimum, but I only charge it for one. So there's that. I felt bad because it literally took me 4 minutes. So whatever. Anyway, we will see you guys. See you next Sunday. Definitely be here next Sunday. Think about some questions that might come up. If you're watching a replay, go check it out. And don't forget about the basic audio engineering course, which I'll throw into the chat. It's learnprorecording.com/basics. That one's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Yeah, you're going to give me your email, but just unsubscribe if you don't want to get my emails. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. It's really simple, but it's free. It's just going to help you out. I'm just here to help. Here to be your coach, your consultant, your motivator. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's get it done. Hey, go forth. Have a great week. We'll see you guys next time. Donny B, I'm out. What do I have? I don't have any outro. The other system, man, I had the outro music and stuff. I don't have anything on this one. I got to fade to black. Okay, come back here. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Donny B, I'm out.